Good morning, Guardians. The Hedgehog Gamer here, and it is Friday, and boy, the weeks fly by. It is nearly the end of June, and Zur is back in the tower. Brought to you by, as usual, the Corpus Video Game Marketing Masters. We sell everything, and he's got some good stuff. It was really hard to find him. He was in a dark corner, and I missed him multiple times, and I don't think I was alone because I saw a lot of people running around the tower. Anyway, first off, the cat is being very vocal this morning, just a heads up. In addition, the usual reminders. This is Destiny 1. As you can see, this is the original tower. Zur is not in the tower as long as he is with Destiny 2. This is important. So you have 48 hours to locate Zur and pick up what you want. So he arrives on Friday at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so New York time along the East Coast. And he departs on Sunday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So like I said, 48 hours. He does not stay until reset, like in Destiny 2. In Destiny 2, he stays until reset, and reset is later in Destiny 2. Destiny 1 reset happens also on Tuesdays, but it's at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the gunsmith resets on Wednesdays at 5 a.m. Cool? All right. Anyway, I missed him multiple times. I went absolutely nuts trying to find him. I'm like, look, the mark, by the way, this is how you know he's definitely here, all right? The mark on the stairs. You see that mark on the stairs, you know he's here. The only thing is you need to then locate him in the tower because there's multiple locations. He might be in the tower. This one, I missed it so many times. I went running all over the place, and I'm like, well, didn't he at some point go to like Future War Cold? I'm like going into places where I have never seen him, but I'm like, maybe they changed it up a little. And I'm like, this is Destiny 1. They definitely haven't changed it up. So he's by the big door. So you're heading towards the speaker, and he's right over here. I guess it was darker. See, look, he is like basically, yeah, really hard to see. And he's got some okay stuff. Like, nothing that really stands out. None of those, like Red Deaths or Zalo Supercells, but still some pretty decent stuff. So first off, he's got Nemesis Star and Silver Bullet. And I'll admit it, I'm not a big fan of exotic heavies because I feel like they don't have enough bang to them. So was it Nemesis Star and Silver Bullet? Like, I mean, Sleeper Simulant was pretty cool. Of course, Galahorn is cool, but then you look at, like, I've mentioned my Hunger of Crota, which is a legendary, which has tracking and cluster bombs, which to me are the main essentials. If you have tracking and cluster bombs, you're good with a rocket launcher. Sleeper Simulant, really cool one, definitely, absolutely awesome one to have. But anyway, Nemesis Star is that machine gun that feels like, I believe it's the Soros regime of machine guns. So on trigger pull, this weapon's initial burst has a higher rate of fire. Okay, it's a machine gun. When holding down the trigger, range and accuracy increase as rate of fire decreases. Kills grant bonus grenade energy. That's it. Like I said, it feels like a Soros regime machine gun kind of thing. I mean, Soros doesn't have the grenade energy thing, but you hold down the trigger, the accuracy increases as the rate of fire decreases. Okay. I mean, that's okay. Now, it would be nice if, like, there were cluster bombs with it. Come on. I'm just saying. Machine gun with cluster bombs. That would be awesome. Okay. Machine gun with cluster bombs. Now someone's going to tell me there's something like that in Destiny 2. Is there? Machine gun with cluster bombs? I don't know. Just curious. Anyway, so that's the Nemesis Star. It's okay. Wait, what was the ornament that you got with it? Yes, Minnie, you can come here. Oh, the ornament is Silver Bullet. So the ornament you are getting is Silver Bullet, which is... I don't even have them. Right over here. I'm not a big fan of my weapons looking worn and old because I feel like my Guardian would take care of his weapons because, I don't know. Especially the ones that are dirty. It's like, no, he'd be in his quarters after a mission cleaning his weapons up, making them look nice and shiny so they don't, like, stick or, misfire. I'm just saying. Minnie, you can jump right here. You don't need to cry from the floor. Get your butt up here, okay? So Nemesis Star. Next we have Invective and Iconoclast, which Invective is one of those weapons I've always said it feels like it does not get enough attention. Iconoclast is this one right here, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. All right. Invective, I know why I've always wondered why people didn't use it more than I thought. It's like the black spindle of shotguns. It regenerates ammo. But I was told it doesn't regenerate fast, and I'll agree it doesn't. But it's great because, especially in Crucible and Destiny 1, you don't have to go running for the secondary ammo. It creates it for you. It's slow, yeah, but it's still great because it creates it. So, yeah. This is one of those that I would consider an exotic just because it creates it. See, this weapon regenerates ammo over time. It's a shotgun. It works in Crucible. It creates ammo. Did I mention it's a shotgun that creates ammo? That's all. But that's awesome. I highly recommend it. I love it. Minnie? Come on. Minnie? Come on. She wants to get fed. She has tuna and mussels for breakfast. Anyway, shotgun that regenerates ammo. Very cool. You need it. It'll make you happy. All right? Definitely will make you happy. Your happiness will suddenly elevate once you pick this weapon up. All right? Highly recommend it. The irony is I'm wearing a Warframe hoodie while I'm doing this. Yeah, this is a Warframe hoodie. It's Darvo's Deals. Okay. Next, we have the Telesto, which is another must-have weapon, all right? The Telesto is just cool, all right? It's a fusion rifle that kind of changed my mind on fusion rifles. I never used to like fusion rifles. The idea that you press the trigger and you have to pause a moment. Yes, Minnie. Used to annoy me. Then I discovered the Telesto, and now I always have a fusion rifle with me. If you look, I have, well, right now I had a sniper rifle. I was using it for something a while ago. But I always have fusion rifles now with me because of Telesto. So Telesto, it's a fusion rifle. It's a cool fusion rifle. The Lingering Vestage Ornament, which I do have. This isn't my Telesto. My Telesto's in my vault at the moment. But this Lingering Vestage Ornament is cool. You're not getting an ornament when you pick up Telesto as part of this right now. But you can pick up the Lingering Vestige. I'll show you after this where you can get the ornament. Excuse me. But that is a cool ornament. This one is boring. Creed's Command is boring. It's just purple. It's purple. I know, that's it. That now looks ridiculously cool. Okay? So, Unplanned reprieve, fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast. So basically you fire, there's a momentary pause, and then there's a void blast. And it's cool, because it's a void blast. It's a, see, now this is an exotic. See, this is what I mean. The more blast you add to a weapon, the higher the exotic quality, okay? Nemesis Star would work well with cluster bombs. I feel like the exotic quality of a weapon increases with the boom, okay? The more exotic a weapon, the more boom a weapon has, the more exotic. I'm just saying. Minnie, what are you doing? Minnie! Yeah, would you fall silent for a long period of time, you start to worry, what is she doing? Come here. Yeah, get your little fuzzy butt up here. All right, next we have Harbinger's Spark. Multi-kills with, oh yeah, that sucks. All right, the second half only works if you're in a fire team. But the boom, the delayed void blast makes it worth it, okay? The second half, which is Harbinger's Spark. Multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. You need to be in a fire team for that to be of any benefit. So if you're a solo player, yeah, it's not a big deal. And I can't get this little one to use the controller yet, so yeah. How can we use Harbinger Spark if you're too busy meowing? Come on, up here. So yes, delayed void blast, completely worth it. Okay, definitely pick it up. It's Telesto. It's like One of those weapons that everybody knows. You know, there are these obscure weapons in Destiny that if you talk to somebody like Invective, they're going to pause a moment. But then there's Telesto, which even somebody who doesn't play Destiny, you go and you be like, so Telesto, and they, yeah, sweet. Okay, now we have the usual Legacy Engram again. Unless you have an excess of strange coins, not worth it because you'll probably get a year 1 item, and year 1 items are basically useless unless like very early in game. No, because you need to be level. Anyway, just not worth it. Okay, just not worth it. Unless you have an excess of strange coins, then have at it. Next, all right, so now we have the gear. We have the AC. Some of these names are so ridiculously long. It makes me wonder how they refer to them, you know, as guardians. Like, I mean, there's no way you're hanging with your buds, getting ready as a fire team for a mission, and you go, hey, you have the ACD-O feedback fence. Maybe, you know, it sounds good to be like the feedbacks. Hey, you got your feedbacks? Taking damage from a melee attack deals damage in an area around you. That sounds sweet. Okay, so you get a melee damage and does that. I mean, it's typical Titan. It reminds me of the Don't Touch Me's for the Hunters. The Hunters have Don't Touch Me's, which are gauntlets that, when you take melee attack damage, when you get damage from a melee attack, you go invisible. See, it totally fits the class. For a hunter, you'll go invisible. For a Titan, you do damage around you. So, sounds pretty sweet. Definitely like it. All right, and it looks pretty cool. Okay, reminds me of Wrath of the Machine, and it is a Wrath of the Machine. Yeah, it's a Wrath of the Machine, or at least that. Yeah, because that's Siva mark. Remind me, let me know, because I'll admit I have not really paid attention much to Titan exotics as much as I should. Okay, so I don't remember exactly when they dropped. But the fact that it has that Siva marking reminds me, yeah, Wrath of the Machine. Young Ahamkara Spine. Okay, this is for the hunters. Increase trip mine grenade duration and gain an additional trip mine grenade charge. I'm told this is great for Crucible. So a longer trip mine grenade, I guess that makes sense, and an additional trip mine grenade. So yeah, I can see that being good in Crucible, and I'm no master of Crucible. And a while back, I wanted to get it, like this was way back when I was still playing Destiny 2, and I was like, I was going to get into PvP, and they're like, don't, the cheating is abysmal. But I don't know, I like Destiny 1 Crucible. I didn't do it as much as I would like, but I did play some Crucible because there were weapons you had to go through Crucible with to get. Come on, mini. So it's pretty cool, especially Crucible, but hey, if you're creative, you can come up with uses for it. I'm pretty sure in PvE as well. All right. For the Warlocks, we have the Purifier Robes. Now, thankfully, like, no, that one's ridiculous. That one is not ridiculously long. So, yeah, especially with Warlocks. For some reason, I feel like Warlocks, on the other hand, would not mind having armor that's like 10 paragraphs long. Burn Brighter. Activating radiance from death disorientates nearby enemies. That feels kind of disappointing. Like, here you are coming back from the death, and all you do is disorientate your nearby enemies. Which, again, kind of feels like typical Warlock. Like, okay, so the hunters go invisible, all right? The Titans do damage to the enemies around them, and the Warlocks just confuse them. Which is probably what Warlocks do all the time anyway. Like, if you're sitting around with a bunch of Guardians and a Warlock is there, everyone is probably confused. Okay? Especially if you're a bunch of cool Guardians and the Warlock is there, so everyone is confused why the Warlock is there. Okay, I'm very mean to the Warlocks. I'm sorry, Warlocks. I'm being very mean to the Warlocks. I don't know why. I think it's the whole lack of self-res that kind of makes you go, you guys were cool once, and you're still cool in Destiny 1, but you kind of lost your cool. Sorry, Warlocks. Though I will say, the Burning Swords of Flaming Swordly Awesomeness was awesome, and I did play Warlock during the beta for Destiny 2 several times. I kept recreating new characters because I liked playing the intro, but the swords were cool. I won't deny that. The swords were cool. It wasn't self-res, but the swords were cool. All right. What else have we got? So then we've got, so those are, yeah, of everything here. Then we have the usual stuff you need. Heavy ammo synths. You can never have enough heavy ammo synths, okay? Anyone who says otherwise is lying. Lies. Lies. I'm not trying to make you spend your strange coins in the name of the corpus. Yeah, nothing to do with the corpus, okay? I'm not trying to encourage you to needlessly spend your I mean, what is the point of saving strange coins anyway? Okay? They exist for you to spend them. If you don't spend your strange coins, they take up inventory space. Valuable inventory space, okay? So spend your strange coins on heavy ammo synths. Awesome. Anyway, I said I would show you where you go for the ornament. So, like, if you want the really cool Telesto ornament. So, as you can see, we are by the speaker. All right, that's a cool cloak. See, all the cool cloaks. See, that was a cool cloak. You know, I've never bought armor in Destiny 2. I have never bought it. I think I always spend enough as it is. I haven't bought Edge of Fate, though. I don't think I am. So anyway, you're going to Eververse. I liked her. At least in Destiny 1, I liked her in the sense that, here's a little thing I noticed about them, because when you are grinding a lot of Destiny, you kind of, like, listen to the people in the game. She was the only character who would, like, call out to you. All right. Like, she would say, hey, Hunter. She knew your class, which is kind of cool. Like, I wonder about her. I don't like what they've turned the Eververse into, don't get me wrong, but I feel like, I wonder what kind of character she is. I mean, she's got a premium spot in the tower. That's a premium spot. Everyone else in the city's probably going, yeah, that Tess Everest, she's got the best spot in the city for sales. Anyway, this is where you get the Silver Dust stuff. Right over here. See, access Silver Dust store. It's just like a side hustle for her, because you can see there's the Eververse mark. It's like a side hustle for her. Silver Dust store. Mini. Okay, so you pick up the ornaments here. So, for example, Lingering Vestage for Telesto. Okay, 25 Silver Dust. How do you get Silver Dust? I've already made a whole video about it, but it's those packages you get from doing weekly stuff, okay? Or dismantling ornaments that you don't need anymore. Or, yeah. But you do those packages, they will give you Silver Dust. Sometimes they'll give you Silver Dust. Sometimes they'll give you just ornaments and cosmetics. Dismantle, excuse me, the ornaments you don't want, and you'll get Silver Dust. It's tedious. Like, it takes a while, but if you're picky about the ornaments, anyway, that's how you get the ornaments. This is the post. Do I have anything cool in my post? Not really. See, okay, last thing. Somebody was pointing to me, I was on X a while back, and they're like, can you believe they brought Taken Armor to Destiny 2? And I was like, but we had it in Destiny 1 already. That's not new. I'm just saying. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the tower.